All right. So today is going to be our chair morning stretch. I'm going to call it morning stretch today. So we're mostly going to be doing some stretching with our chairs. We will mostly be sitting. We will stand up at some point and do a few stretches from sitting. And we will use our straps. So if you have a yoga strap or a belt or something like that, please go ahead and get that before we start. All right. So take your time getting settled in your chair. You can let your strap just rest on your lap. Strap on your lap. Hands resting on your legs, feet resting on the floor. And let's start with some nice long deep breaths. Let's take 2 more mindful breaths before we start to move. Now, when you're ready for your first stretch, you're simply going to let your right ear come down towards your right shoulder. And make sure to keep your right shoulder relaxed. Don't push your shoulder up. You're going to feel the stretch on the left side of your neck, maybe down into the top of your shoulder. So this is static stretching. We're just holding the stretch. And then we'll do just a touch of dynamic stretching as we roll our heads forward slowly and mindfully. Feel the stretch going across the back of your neck. And then bring your left ear up towards your left shoulder and pause there. All right, we're going to do that again. As you exhale, let your head slowly roll forward. Feel the stretch moving across the back of your neck. Continuing on over back to the right side, right ear toward your right shoulder, and pause there. Keep your shoulders pressed down. And one more time. Roll your head forward slowly and mindfully. Continue on over to the left side and pause there. And now we're going to roll our heads forward again, but we're going to stop halfway. So slowly roll your head forward and let your head hang down. Again, press your shoulders down away from your ears. Notice where you feel this now. And now we're going to stretch out our throats, the neck around our throat. So inhale as you lift your head. Exhale as you tip your head back. And now feel the stretch around your throat. All right, let's come back to neutral and allow your neck to relax, shoulders to relax. Okay, so we want to loosen up our shoulders a little bit before we start to stretch them. So let's roll our shoulders a couple times, and you can alternate one side and then the other, or you can roll your shoulders together. All we want to do here is loosen up those muscles, get them warm and ready for a nice stretch. All right. So our next stretch, we're going to use our straps. So your strap, my strap is about 2 yards long, so it's pretty long. If your strap is really long, wrap it around your left thumb. Left thumb. And then take your right hand and hold onto the strap as you lift your left arm straight up into the air. And then with your right arm, right hand, gently pull your body over to the right side. Gently, not a big pull here, just a little bit of pressure. Feeling the left side of your body lengthening. One more breath. And then slowly bring yourself back to neutral. Release your arms, release the strap, and switch sides. So generally we hold the positions between 5 and 8 breaths. If you like to count breaths, go for it. I don't usually count. I just kind of have a sense of when I've reached 8 breaths. So now the strap is on your right thumb. Reach your right arm up and hold on with your left hand, and then gently bring your body over to the left side. And you can see I'm not leaning, I'm lengthening. That's more beneficial than coming deep, 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 because we're not ready for that yet. We want to warm up first. One more breath. And then slowly come back to neutral. Bring the strap down, let it rest on your legs, and roll your shoulders again. All right. Now let's switch the focus to our wrists and our hands. Bring your arms down by your sides and start to make circles with your wrists. And then reverse your circles. And then turn your palms so they face up and spread your fingers out. Stretching out your finger joints just by spreading your fingers. And now we're going to close our fingers up and make some strong fists. And then we're going to open and close, open and close. And you can flick your fingers if you like. And then just shake your hands out. Bring your arms back down by your sides. Take your thumbs, rotate your thumbs so they face behind you. Your palms face the ceiling. Your shoulder blades are going to move in, and your chest is going to start to open up. Your back is going to arch just by turning your thumbs back. Take a few breaths here. Now on your next inhale, slowly raise your arms up. Once your arms come all the way up, interlace your fingers and turn your hands away from you. And again, we're stretching out our finger joints, our wrists, our arms, our shoulders, and down into our sides. Now release your hands, unwind your fingers, but bring your palms together. Keep them together as you bring your arms down parallel to the floor. Let your fingertips face forward. So imagine someone's pulling gently on your arms and you're spreading your shoulder blades. Now we've started stretching out our chests and our upper backs. Okay, and now turn your palms away from each other. Open your arms up behind your back. They're going to come down to a nice angle. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and again, you're stretching out your chest. All right, let's slowly bring our arms back down, hands to our thighs, and relax. Take a breath or two here. And now let's begin to stretch out our spines with some cats and cows. And you see me moving my hand like this. Your spine is going to be moving like this and then like this. So arching and rounding, arching and rounding. And sometimes we start with our tailbones. Today we're going to start with our chins and our upper backs, our necks. So first, drop your chin down toward your chest. Your spine ends at the bottom of your skull. So this is still your spine back here in the back of your neck. So from there, start to round your back from your neck down through your upper back, middle back, and low back, pressing your belly toward your spine into a cat pose. And now to get into cow pose, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to start at the tailbone. Start to slide your tailbone out from underneath you and start to arch your low back, middle back, upper, shoulder blades down your back. And you can let your head come up, but not all the way back. You don't want any pressure on your throat. So now we're in a cow pose, arching our backs. And you can imagine your vertebra kind of moving forward and back with these two poses, making space to the front and the back. That's why we put these two movements together. Now we're going to move with our breath. This will be dynamic stretching. Inhale to neutral. Exhale back to cat pose. Round your back. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale into cow pose as you arch your back. And we'll do that 4 more times. Inhaling as you make the transition and exhaling into each position. Rounding and arching. If you can do one movement every day, do this. This affects your whole body. One more of each position. And then gradually bring yourself back to neutral and relax. Okay, so now we've warmed up our spines, we've warmed up our torsos a little bit. We're going to do a spinal twist next. So we're going to keep our legs facing forward. We're not going to do the side stretch because we've already done a few side stretches, but today we're just going to do the spinal twist. So keep your legs facing forward. Focus on turning from the waist to the right side of your chair, bringing your right hand behind you, your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. You're going to feel the stretch here in your waist. And then your head can stay in neutral, or if you like, you can turn your head to the right. One more breath. Then on your next inhale, slowly come back to the front. And on your exhale, slowly move to the left, twisting from the waist. So we're still sitting upright. We're just turning to one side or the other. We're not leaning back. We're not trying to get anywhere. We just really want to feel this twist in our bellies and our sides and our back. One more breath. When you're ready, slowly come back to the front and roll your shoulders. You could call this dynamic stretching. We're just loosening up. We don't want to get anything too tight. We want to keep the blood and the fluids moving through our bodies. Okay. So now we're ready to stretch out our low backs. We're still going to use these straps in just a minute, but right now we're just going to stretch our low backs. Hands on your thighs. Keep your belly pulled in and your back flat. So don't let your back round. Keep your back flat. As you hinge at the hips, come down toward your thighs. And this is your first stretch for your low back and your hips. So just notice where you feel that. Okay, when you're ready to come up, use your arms, press down on your legs, lift yourself up. And by doing that, you're protecting your low back. You're not using your back muscles to come up, you're using your arm muscles. So now we'll do that 5 times with our breath, and then we'll hold again. So as you exhale, come down towards your thighs. And inhale, press down on your legs again, lift yourself up. A little bit of strengthening here. Exhale down. Inhale up, like a little push-up. Exhale down. Inhale up 2 more times. Now this time when you come down toward your thighs, please stay there. You can keep your hands on your thighs or slowly slide your hands down toward your feet. And now it's okay to round your back. Let's take a couple more breaths. with your hands on your thighs. One more time, press down and lift yourself up. You may feel a little dizzy after that, so just take a minute and get your equilibrium. And then we're going to slide about halfway back in our chairs, not all the way, but you want to be a little bit more stable than sitting on the edge of your chair. We're going to warm up our legs just a little bit. And we will use the strap for this. You don't have to use it, but it is helpful if, you know, sometimes you want to use it. Sometimes you don't need it, and you know, it's just an aid. So take the strap underneath your right thigh and lift your thigh up. Simple stretch here. Now what happens when we do this, your back wants to round. Don't let your back round. Sit up tall. Pull your belly in. Use your core muscles to maintain your posture. All right, next, we're going to slide that strap down underneath our calf muscle. Use the strap to cross the right ankle over your left thigh. Now you can let the strap relax. You don't need to hold on to it. So you are in a figure 4 pose. And you can just stay here or bring that right knee up towards your chest. You could lean down towards your knee if you like. So each modification makes this stretch a little deeper. And just notice where you feel this. Okay, and then lift your torso back up and very gently press your right leg down just a little bit. You're going to feel an extra stretch here on your inner thigh, maybe down into your hip. Don't push, just a little gentle nudge. All right, and one more stretch for the right side. We're going to use the strap for this. Wrap the strap around the bottom of your right foot and stretch your leg out in front of you. Now again, your back wants to round, so you might let it round, but then remind yourself to sit up. Sit up tall, belly pulled in. All right, go ahead and release your right foot down. And we're going to switch sides. So that was 4 positions we just did. Bring in your strap underneath your left thigh and lifting your thigh up, lifting your leg up. Sit up tall. Now we're going to slide the strap down underneath the left calf. Use the strap to lift your leg, bring in your ankle over your right thigh. Again, sit up tall. You can let the strap go. Don't need to hold on to it. And then bring your left knee up towards your chest if you like. And if you like, lean down towards your thigh. It's not a big movement, but you can sure feel it. And release and gently press down just a little bit, just enough to feel it. Okay, one more stretch here. Take the strap, bring it around underneath your left foot and stretch your leg out. Round your back on purpose and then sit up tall. We feel more strong and powerful when we have good posture. If we continually let our backs round, we lose ourselves. We compress ourselves. We're not open, we're closed. And so remind yourself throughout the day to sit up, stand up tall. Use your spine the way it was meant to be used. All right, let's release. Left foot down. And we are ready to stand up. So we're going to stand up and come around behind our chairs, do a few stretches there. And I think we're going to use the strap again. So wrap the strap around the back of your chair. We're going to continue to warm up our legs, to stretch out our legs. I think we're pretty warmed up by now. But let's just start with lifting and lowering our heels. Lift and lower your heels, alternating. Dynamic stretching, all the muscles and joints and bones in your feet. The next time your right heel comes down, leave it there, press down and lift your left heel up. And then switch sides, left heel down, right heel up. Now both heels up. And then both heels come down, we lean back and lift our toes. Try spreading your toes. Okay, release. And then step your right foot straight back into a calf stretch. So naturally your foot's going to come to a slight angle, and that's okay, but you don't want it turned. You don't want because see what happens, your hip turns. So you want to stay facing your chair and press it into that right heel. Okay, let's step back, forward, and then step your left foot back, pressing into your heel. So your right knee is slightly bent. You really want to focus on, again, standing up tall, not leaning into your chair, standing up tall and pressing all the energy down towards that back heel. All right, let's come back where we started. Take a minute and reposition yourself. And now we're going to come into our downward facing dog with the chair. So keep your hands on the chair. Start to walk yourself back so that your arms come parallel to the floor. Hold your belly in, keep your knees slightly bent. Let your torso drop down. One more breath. And now bend your knees. Use your legs to lift yourself up. Come on back towards your chair. Take a minute here. Get your equilibrium again. We're going to use our straps next. So we're going to do a thigh stretch. You may or may not need the strap. And this is a little challenging for everyone, really. So that's why we're doing this with a chair. I'm going to turn sideways so one hand can be on the chair. So right now my left hand is on the chair, right leg is out to the side. I'm going to wrap the strap around the right ankle. So this is where I'm going to start right here. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. The strap is around your right ankle. If you don't need the strap, you can use your hand. But hold on to your ankle, not your foot. Okay? Ah, sorry. All right. So this might be enough, just doing this. If this doesn't work for you, if this doesn't feel good to you, drop the strap and just bend your knee like this. So modify it any way you need to modify it. You want to feel the stretch going down the front of your thigh. If you're not feeling much here, press your foot back, press your leg back. Now you can see my foot is facing the ceiling. You can bend your ankle, bend your foot, bend your ankle. A little extra stretch. So just play with it. We don't have a whole lot of stretches for our quadriceps. So this is the best one that I know of. Okay, release and switch sides. So the strap is around your left ankle, the front of your left ankle. Have mercy. This is easier when you're laying on your mat. All right, so here we are again. So you decide how far back you want to push your leg or if you want to push it back at all. And if that doesn't work for you, just bend your knee. Just do it without the strap. Okay, go ahead and release. Give your legs a little shake. Sometimes that can feel a little bit testy on your hips. It always feels good to pat wherever there's cramping or anything that starts to feel uncomfortable. And now we're going to shift the focus back to our chest and our arms. So come into a wide stance, holding onto the strap, taking a breath or two. And just like we did before, let's raise that strap all the way up, all the way up. And now bend your left elbow as you bring your arms over to the right side. And inhale back up and exhale over to the left side. Okay, arms come back up. Circle down. Pause. One more stretch here. Bring your strap around behind your back. Hold on with both hands. Press down and away, a little bit away. So your arms aren't going to go too far. Stretching out your chest. So you want to press down first and then a little bit away. All right, go ahead and release. And we don't need the straps anymore. We're gonna come back to our chairs. I guess I'll stay here. We're gonna come back to our chairs. We don't need the straps anymore. Go ahead and have a seat in your chair, have one more big stretch, and then we're just gonna cool down. So start by settling back into your chair. You wanna kind of get your mind back here into this chair. We're not standing anymore. We're gonna turn to the left. So turn to the left, so your left leg comes off the side of the chair. You're sitting right on the edge of the chair, so your right leg can go back and you're curling your toes, pressing back toward your heel. Okay, once you're comfortable there, turn your whole body to the back of your chair. So we've got a hip stretch, quadricep stretch. We're twisting. We're also stretching out our right foot. Okay, now slowly release. Take your time, bringing yourself back to the front, and then just continue the other way. Bring your right leg off the side of the chair. Left leg back, curling your toes. Guessing you can't see my toes. You're pressing into your toes, so your toe joints are getting a little stretch. And then turn towards the back of your chair again. All right, let's come back to the front. Go ahead and slide back in your chair. Just take a few breaths. Now, this is a place where you can just move any way you like because we did a whole lot of stretching. We didn't do a whole lot of movement or holding poses or anything like that. But if you feel like you still want to move your shoulders or your neck or your waist or anything else, any other stretching you want to do, so that you can just rest. You definitely want to rest for a couple minutes before you get up and go off and do your thing. So just settle into your breath now.